Hello, coaches, and welcome to our week 3 here in AYSO Rexburg. I apologize for sending this video out late. Since school started up on campus, I've been super busy. And so I'm going to send you just a short video, and hopefully you can apply a couple of these ideas in your games tomorrow if you have time or if you're interested in doing so. Let's get to it. Before we start, let's talk about announcements. Coach uniforms have arrived. Woo-hoo! Yeah. So now you can dress as the coach of your team and match your team. It'd be awesome. We'll be delivering those out tomorrow when you arrive, or you can pick them up tonight. We'll send an email about that information shortly. The other announcement I want to talk about is you might have heard, if you're big into soccer and you're keeping up with all the soccer news, you might have heard that some of the soccer rules changed a couple weeks ago, specifically for IYSA, which is the Idaho Youth Soccer Association. You should be aware that we are not going to start implementing these since our season's already started. So don't. If you have no idea what the rules are, that's fine. Don't pay attention. We're just going to keep playing soccer the way we're doing it. The one that I am very worried about that I want you to pay attention to that we're not going to apply is this one here. The rule is goal kicks and free kicks in the defensive penalty area do not need to leave the penalty area in order to be in play. That is not going to be a U10 rule. In fact, AYSO will never actually implement this rule. But I just want to make sure if you've heard this and you're like, ooh, I know what I'm. Oh, we do not want you rushing into the box on a goal kick. So when the goalie gets to kick the ball, so ball goes out of bounds, goalie puts it down, gets ready to restart it. Your team has to be outside the box, and they can't rush inside the box. In fact, in U10, we're supposed to actually have a build-out line. In fact, you're supposed to be well past the box and not standing right up on the line. So please, 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 don't have your players rush into the box right when that goalie kicks the ball out, okay? Let the ball come out. Let them play it in. Next year, I think we'll implement the build-out line and stuff like that. But this rule right here is not going to be a rule that we are doing. That's why I've crossed it out. We'll have some changes for next spring, but for this year, please don't have your team rush into the box right when the ball gets kicked. We have very new players. Sometimes they don't even get the ball kicked out of the box. So your players shouldn't run in there and start stealing it and stuff like that. Thanks for helping out with that. Question and answer. How do I get my team to spread out? Sometimes, I don't know if this is happening to you, but it's happening with my team sometimes. My team likes to get bunched up. And so I want to talk about something you can do to help out. Sometimes when you got a lot of people like all right next to each other, you're going to want to tell them to go to certain locations. One place I like to teach my players about is the sweet spot. You can name it whatever you want. If your team is the Dragons, you can name it Dragon's Breath Spot or whatever. But these two spots right here on the field, this dot right here and this dot right here, those are the penalty markers where you'll put a ball down to kick a penalty. Well, you need to name those spots because when you've got a bunch of people bringing the ball down and there's 4 or 5 people all right here bunched up and crammed in this mess of players trying to kick the ball, you're going to want to tell 1 or 2 of your players, hey, Joey, go to the sweet spot. You're going to want him to get out of that clump and go to the sweet spot so the ball can get passed to him. If you have 3 or 4 players in that pile, get their attention and have one of them move away. Helping them move away is actually strategic because then they're available to pass to. If your entire team is in this big pile of people, then you don't have anyone to pass to. So name this spot, and next week, if you're doing practice, you might even want to have your team practice going to the sweet spot. I like to do a drill where they'll be all dribbling here in the circle, and they're dribbling, and then I'll yell one of their names out, and they have to run to the sweet spot just to make sure I know and they know where it is. So hopefully that helps. For next week, I do have one thing, one idea, and this is not required at all, totally optional, and it's not an advertisement or anything. But one of the things I have done with my teams in the past, and it's been a great practice, is to take them to the foot golf course, which is at the municipal golf course. That is next to the airport. Basically, what they have done is they have turned their golf course into a soccer field, a soccer course where they got big holes, and the kids have to kick their balls and work on skills as they try to get that ball in the hole. I have kind of a lesson plan. If you're interested in it, I can send it to you if this is something you want to do. Basically, each hole I have a different challenge for them. I'll have a right foot challenge, a left foot challenge. I'll have a dribble as fast as you can challenge, a team challenge, a passing pairs challenge. Anyway, I got a bunch of ideas. If you want to do this, now again, this is totally optional. If this does not work for you, don't worry about it. And there is a cost. The golf course does charge $4 a player, so that might be something you don't want to do. And I totally understand if it is something you don't want to do. So if you don't do it, that's fine. Again, it's optional. But just to let you know, the golf course does close. Next week is the last week that the golf course is going to be open. So if that's something you want to do, it's a fun practice. And I think every year I've done this, it's been the hardest practice for the kids. I mean, by the time they're done, they've had a blast and they are exhausted. So if that's something you're looking forward to, if you want to spice your practice up a little, that could be something you could do next week. That's my idea. And that's all for this week's video. Thanks for all you do. Keep working hard, and we'll see you tomorrow out on the field. Bye.